Okay, I'm back. We're finishing up talking about Harlem Season 3, Episode 5. I'm Asha Sarish, your favorite life coach. Let's get right back into it. So, again, the baby shower is starting out a mess. This is not from the baby shower. Couldn't find a picture of the baby shower, so just envision this. The baby shower is a mess. She showed up late. The food is not there. Everything is going crazy. And then Quinn runs into, I believe her name is Brittany. She is one of their friends from a previous season who was getting ready to get married but ended up calling off the wedding right before. And she's at the baby shower and she's pregnant. And so Quinn is like, oh my God, you're pregnant. What's going on? I didn't know you got back together with whatever she said. She was assuming that it was with a man that she knew or that she was in a relationship with. But she reveals that she got a sperm donor and that she is intending on being a solo mom. This sparks Quinn's interest. Camille finally arrives at her own baby shower. She's not really with the extras. She's basically saying she's just there to make an appearance, to say hello, to show her gratitude, but she's getting ready to book. Quinn has designed her a Beyonce-esque crown. She doesn't want to wear it. She's just over it. And when she looks up, she sees Ian and his girlfriend setting up this cake at her baby shower. So remember, I asked for a little bit of insight into Ian's dynamic with his girlfriend, how he told her that Camille was pregnant, how she reacted. They never showed this. And again, it's because Harlem didn't get renewed for another season, so they're rushing the stories and putting everything into this short amount of time. So we never got to see any of that. So clearly at this point we know that she knows she's at the baby shower with the cake. She's calling Camille his baby mama. They're arguing. They're bickering. Quinn's mother and Ian's aunt Tammy are in the corner gossiping about how messy all this is, and talking about how back in the day when people had another family, it was secret, but they all out with it. So it's just a mess. A little bit of calm comes in when Camille's mother shows up. She's very touched by that because, you know, her and her mother have an estranged relationship. So another part of the fact that they didn't get renewed is you don't really get to see much of the dynamic of her and her mother and how they are working on getting closer. Like, you get a little bit here and there, but it would have been nice to be able to see that relationship unfold into a closer, healthier relationship. Quinn presents Camille's mother with a crown, and that makes Camille feel more open to wearing the crown that was designed for her. So she's now open to experiencing this baby shower that she's been so resistant to. Another person that showed up that's very special to her is Dr. Pruitt, who was played by Whoopi Goldberg. So she shows up. She has this beautiful gift, a handmade quilt that was made by a lot of the different tribes of the people from the places that Camille has written about when it comes to motherhood. So it was very personalized, very special, and she presented it, and it was very emotional. Camille also gets emotional and says that she feels the world has been lifted off of her shoulder when Quinn speaks to her and tells her to look around at her village, that they're not there just to be there for her baby shower and to shower her with gifts and love. Like, these are the people that you can count on. These are the people that you've known through multiple stages of your life, and they are your village. People that you can call when your baby is crying in the middle of the night, when you're not feeling up to showing up as your very best self, when you need somebody to deliver something for you. Like, she just really gave a beautiful speech, and Quinn was just really pouring into Camille. She put the whole baby shower together, and she convinced her to come just for that very reason, so she could know how strong and how solid her village was, and that meant the world to her. And I always highlight the fact that I love this show because they put so many real world issues into this. Like, imagine how Camille is feeling. She's 9 months pregnant. Her and her child's father are exes. They're not together. This is not what she imagined for her life. She decided that she didn't even want to be a mother, and now that she does, This man has moved on to a whole nother relationship where he's planning a whole family with this woman, and she's feeling overwhelmed. She's trying to make sure she's still giving her all to her career. She is self-employed now. She's a freelancer, so she doesn't have the insurance that she's used to having, the income that she's used to having. And so it's so many things to be concerned about. And then she feels the pressures of repeating the generational curses or cycles that she has with her mother. And she's having a hard time asking for things, which most Black women do. So just to see that she was able to feel like the world was lifted off of her shoulders and receive her village and receive help and receive that she is loved, supported, and protected. That was just really a beautiful scene. So after the baby shower, Ian surprises Camille with the nursery. It's all painted. They are getting along well. They are developing their friendship again. They do their special handshake that they used to do back in the day, and it feels good for both of them. They're like, let's keep that up. Let's keep that vibe up. Angie and Mike do have their art walk date. They're getting along. They're present. She made a vow that she wasn't even going to bring up the girls' trip musical. It was going to be all about them and all about him. And they're having a good time. They see this artist, his booth, and the artist is not paying attention. So they're calling him. He's not responding to them. He's not turning around. So she's like, wow, I don't know. I don't remember if it was her suggestion or his. I think he might have said I could steal one of his paintings and he wouldn't even know. And she was like, let's do it. So she's like, steal this one. And he's like, I got one better. So he grabs one. They take off running. And then, you know, they get a thrill out of it. She's all impressed that he even did it. But then she's like, all right, let's go take it back. And he's like, no, I don't want to take this back. And so she's on some like, we not stealing nobody's art. Like, that's doing too much. It was fun. We did this, but, you know, let's take it back. So he turns the art piece around, and it's a painting of her that he got commissioned from this artist. So she's, you know, surprised, and she loves the gift. And they're having a moment. And then all of a sudden the conversation got deep. So he basically was saying that he didn't realize that, you know, when they first got together, that it was going to be like how it is. Like, he hasn't been feeling like she has enough time for him. And she's feeling like she's balancing out the time pretty well. Like, you know, you have your career, I have mine. And, you know, I have time for you. And he's like, no, you don't. So he said something that was very off-putting, but you could see that was foreshadowing in the previous episodes that I mentioned. Like, something wasn't right. He wasn't really giving Angie the type of energy that she needs with her type of personality. And he says, I didn't think you were that ambitious. Or he said, I didn't think you were this ambitious. He always thought his wife would be there for him. And she said, I'm just trying to fulfill my dreams. And he said, I get that. I just wish our relationship didn't have to suffer because of it. And I'm like, damn. And I was very disappointed because I was really rooting for him to be the man that loves on her and accepts her as she is, and also supports her in her career. And in the beginning, it seemed like he was that guy, but it turns out he's not that guy. So remember, Ty told Eva that she was going to come through to meet her mother at the restaurant after the baby shower. She's like, I'm, you know, part of the committee. I'm supposed to be helping planning, so I might be late or may not be able to get away because, you know, I'm supposed to help clean up, but I'm going to make it. Eva's mother is played by Robin Givens, but keep in mind that Ty has been nervous about meeting her this whole time. So she does leave the baby shower on time. She does pull up to the dinner, gets out the cab, but when she looks in the restaurant, she gets nervous. Her nerves get the best of her. She texts Eva that she was tied up at the baby shower, and she hops back in the cab. Meanwhile, Eva seen her pull up. She even announced to her mother that she had arrived and got up to go greet her, and sees her get in the cab and receives the text with her blatantly lying. And so the toxic Ty has returned. You would think that Eva wouldn't have put so much pressure on Ty, knowing how she's a runner and doesn't like tough conversations, being as though she ran away from her family. But she did, And you gotta come back to see the rest of the wrap up for this episode.